What's up guys, this is Void of This Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. Today's video is going to be about team compositions, especially in duo, triple or 5 queue. I've got a 5 queue matchup that I have just played a couple of minutes ago, and I want to focus about duo, triple and 5 queue in this video. And the combo that we're talking about is going to be Yorn and Baldum. Two pretty decent heroes if you take the individual one, but in the combination they can be quite deadly. That is said because you've got great CC potential on Baldum. He's able to stand alone by himself and defend a complete lane against 1 or 2 heroes. That is at least my opinion. And Yorn is a hero that really participates from all the crowd controlling stuff that you're going to apply on enemy heroes, because he is not the most mobile one. So Yorn is shining whenever you can put heroes in their tracks, and he's able to aim his shots quite nicely, especially with his passive, where he is going to shoot a couple of bolts into the enemy heroes. And this is going to be part of today's video. To be fair and to give you some insight what happened in this video, I have been invited in a 5 queue with a lot of players that are way above my elo. Thanks for inviting me on that purpose. And we're going to play against another 5 people queue. So it's 5 people versus 5 people. And because my internet has crashed and it's still not working, I wasn't there in the voice chat. So this video is completely blindfolded. I don't know what my teammates are talking about. Basically what I'm going to do is that I kind of take a closer look on the map to see where the action is taking place, and I try to act accordingly. So this is not your typical 5Q where everyone is communicating with each other and people are actually telling you, I'm going to take the Abyssal Dragon, I need support or something like that. Maybe they did something like this, but I wasn't aware of that because I was just not listening to any of this because my internet is still not working, and I need to now show you my build while using my mobile files here on my phone. So first of all, just to complete the video, I'm going to talk about my equipment. It's fairly standard Baldum things. We've got a lot of health and protection items in here. I think that's pretty much how you are going to play Baldum. You can mix some things up here. Of course, it's quite important to have some boots. I take the Gilded Greaves here because I want to have the cooldown reduction on enemy spells, and the rest of it is basically up to your personal opinion. I find the Aegis to be quite helpful, as well as at least one magic resistance item and the Mail of Pain, and everything else is up to you. You can also throw Mantle of Ra in if you need some damage, because Baldum is actually able to deliver some damage onto the enemies, not like other support tanks. He's actually quite capable in dealing damage, and you're going to see that in the upcoming video. Arcana wise, I try to maximize my HP pool. As you can see, it's about 800 HP that we are going to get right from the start of the game, just by using these Arcana. I'm taking Indomitable here, I'm taking Benevolence here, and I'm taking Skewer. I know this is questionable. I know. I have just set up this build, and it's going to stay here forever because I just love Skewer on my tanks. Enchantment wise, I decided to go with Nature's Rage. That might not be the optimal choice. I think you can go with the defense enchantment Explosive Shield as well. I think that actually suits Baldum's playstyle, accordingly to the fact that he's going to stand right in the faces of the enemy most of the times, as he is a melee based champion. But the rest of it, I think it's quite stable to have the Repatriator in here, Nature's Gift, to boost your HP pool even further. And then we're going in the second line of enchantments with Devourer here to get some HP and mana back from kills and assists, and also Bone Cutter to maximize the effect from our Gilded Greaves. So this is my standard build that I have been playing on Baldum quite a while. and you guys are going to see how good it is in the upcoming video, so be prepared for it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now is the chance to hit the subscription button, put on the notifications bell to never miss any of my videos, and if you like the video, why not give it a thumbs up to tell me that you appreciate the content that I'm going to put out here on YouTube every other day. So now some gameplay, because I talked a lot about things. Make it happen. So something that I don't really do, or don't usually do, is that you can see now how the ranks of my team have been composed. So pretty high. I think I'm the only platinum player. So you can assume that our team is on at least equal ranks. And that means that I have to really play up to that game in order to be beneficial for my team. And that's actually putting a lot of pressure on my shoulders, because as you guys know, I'm more sorts of a casual player, but of course I like to win my games, or at least I like to have entertaining games where people are actually seeing things, because that is the purpose of this channel, to entertain you guys out there, sometimes with stupid choices, and there might be some of these in this video, but all in all, I think the performance was actually quite solid, so nothing to be ashamed of. There's still a lot to learn, and as I'm about to be 40 in a couple of years, so I already hit the spot of being 35, things are progressing slowly, so I'm not in this kind of scenario anymore where I can learn languages quite easily and things like that. Adopting to new things is especially difficult because I'm old. You guys are all 20 or something like that, in the best age to play Arena of Valor and all these fast-paced games. I'm not. I'm just trying to survive here, and that's actually why I like to play supports, because they are a little bit more durable than other champions. So I just realized that Lumbur is playing a little bit with me, but that's completely fine, because I was able to take some chunks of his health by using my abilities. I would always advise you to go with your first ability and then level up the second, because the most important thing that you need to have when you're playing with Yorn or every other marksman in the game is your S1, because that means that you can throw people around and they will be dazed for a short period of time, making hitting them a little bit easier, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish here at the beginning of the game. We are really deep inside the enemy jungle, and now it's quite difficult to get away, because of course my team wasn't really following up. They made their way out of the jungle alive, which I think is quite important. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice yourself as the support for your team in order to let them play for the 20 seconds that you are on death cooldown. That's just the way it works. Maybe I should have been retreating a little bit earlier, but as I said, there wasn't any communication besides the smartcast things that you get from the game, and therefore I wasn't really sure what the strategy of my team was. So Yina goes in really deep here as well, so it's basically a game that has been played in the jungle for most of the early stages of the game, the early minutes, and as you can see, they really try to get us here, and Zata is doing a really good job. Like this Zata is going to be the most dangerous opponent in the enemy team. Unfortunately, Lumbur is basically my copy. He's got a lot of CC spells. He is quite tanky, so he's another great choice if you want to play, for example, with some more steady AD carries such as Yorn. For example, Moran would be another choice. So all these heroes that can't really get great dashes and be quite mobile, and of course you need to support their strengths, and that just means that you need to make them a little bit more included into the game by putting CC effects on the enemies. That's what you are about to do if you're playing a support like Baldum, or a support like like Yorn. So support like Yorn, a support like, for example, Lumbor or Grak. You want to make things happen by setting up paths for your AD carry to shine, and it worked actually quite well. Like, our Yorn is going to be MVP at the end of the game with a really nice triple kill in the later stages, and we had our moments in that triple kill, and I think that was actually quite necessary, because it just means that we had the opportunity to go into the enemies. I decided to go in here with the barrier, because there is a lot of damage incoming, and I just wanted to shield my team a little bit better and support them by using this support item. Of course, support item is key. Of course, you're going to take it as a support. I was just able to sidestep that. I knew that he was about to take that combo or pull off that combo, and it actually worked out quite well. I wasn't sure if I would be able to make it out alive, but it worked out, because otherwise I think that Elsu would have followed up and put some lethal shots into my precious body, but we were able to just sidestep it and everything was good. So I'm trying to throw enemies around so that Yorn gets the chance on hitting them, but as we're playing around here with the bushes, it's actually not that easy to just get these things on. I try to frighten my enemies here with a combined approach from all my skills and the ultimate, but they're really aggressive. Like, their game plan is to push as quickly as possible in the early game to take advantage from getting kills, but the good thing is that the only person who's being killed is me. And talking about 5Qs, what my team was doing really good is to take advantage of teamfight situations. So as you can see, Liliana was able to get the first tower, and Murat was able to get another first tower for our team. So while we were fighting on the top lane, they have been making great use of the absence of enemy heroes getting towers, which is basically the strategy. Like, you are going to win games, and you won most of the games because you actually destroyed some towers. It's just part of the game, and I think we executed that quite well. So I'm trying to be quite aggressive here in return, in order to shove some of our minions into the tower. Unfortunately, I'm stuck here at this edge of the dragon pool, but as you can see, my ult just managed to get Yina in here, so that's another Yina kill, and I try to get as much stuff on the enemies as possible, putting me in the position where I'm actually able to retreat with little to no health. But we do get another kill here just because of that initiation. I initiated a fight. Yeah, that's right, initiation. So we are now being quite aggressive with Yue and Yorn. I think that combination is ace. Both are long-range fighters with a combination of AP and attack damage, scaling damage. And I think that's a really great combo to get both of these guys. We've got Liliana here, who's actually quite mobile. She's able to push towers with her fox form. And then we've got Murat here, who is also a super mobile champion. And if played correctly, he can just pick low health targets with ease. And that's what he was doing really good. And that just put us in the position where we were actually able to win a lot of fights, despite the fact that I've been killed again. But look at that. My team just takes advantage of this team fight that we've lost, basically, because I was killed. So it was 0 deaths on the enemy side, but 1 death on my side, on our team side. But we were able to get the dragon instead, and that is, of course, because I don't stack any kills. I'm not really worth any bounty. That's, of course, a lot more valuable than any other thing. Now, while Yorn is about to fight 4 people, he's able to get 1, so I think that was brilliant. To be able to get at least 1 champion out, because he was already about to be dead. And again, we took the advantage of that team fight and put some offensive capabilities on the middle tower, destroying the last one before the core tower. In this case, I do make a mistake. I should have pledged for some magic resistance here. I think I should have built Medallion of Troy here before, because the Zata is already quite fed. I think 7 to 9 kills or something are on his account, and I should really have used this kind of item in order to make his shots a little bit less deadly, because in ult he can just wreck me, and I should have taken that into account and built the item respectively to that force. So now again I'm trying to use my ult here defensively in order to get Yorn here, who is about to be killed. So the combination of the ult and Yue and Murad basically killed him. Unfortunately it didn't, but he was close on being killed, and now my team is about to close in. I think because Hina was fairly low in terms of stats so far in the game, I think the choice to push the towers was actually quite good, like good intention. So she really forced some minions upon us, and now it's our turn to fight back. But as you can see, tower-wise, we are leading the damage, we're leading the game, and this is crucial. This is like, if you are in that position, the only thing that you now need to do is to take this moment of momentum and make use of it. It's really important that now the game is not starting to slow down, but that we play it a lot more aggressively, as we were doing in the past, and that we take the battle to the enemies in front of their towers, getting towers one by one and securing the game by getting into the core. That's like the most important thing. We can't wait now. We can't fight fights that are not fightable. We need to take action and destroy the enemies at their home turf. And yeah, as I said, Zata is really deadly and really powerful. So I think Mail of Pain has been the wrong choice, but now Yorn is able to kill him in advance, and I think that really made a difference here. 7 kills already, so it was 6 kills before, and I should have taken that into my thoughts when I was about to build equipment, because that's something important that you need to take for all of your games. Take items accordingly on the situation and how enemy heroes are going to progress within the game. I mean, Zata is a force to reckon with. He is a really good mid laner by default. And if you have a player who is able to just use him correctly, he is going to really, really be deadly and dangerous in your game. So this is a double kill for Yorn. And I think that this one was beautiful. To get Zata in here to get the triple kill was actually quite beneficial, and I think that was the last cornerstone that has won us the game. A little spoiler here, but the game is going to end in a couple of minutes, so it's not really a super secret. We are pushing in here, getting another tower. The first tower has already been smashed to pieces, and now it's just a question of time and a matter of positioning in order to get the enemy tower. Here's another kill for our team, and now we won the game. And I think it just shows how well team compositions can play with each other, even if there is little to no communication, as in my case, where I wasn't able to talk to any of my teammates. But it's just about the positioning, what's going on the minimap, where do you need to be as a support. And I think I could do a better roaming experience that I was doing in this video, but I think it was actually quite decent, and that made us win the game 16-10. That's the end result, and here comes the details. I think, yeah, 44.1% damage taken on Baldum with a really good fight participation, and I think that was a solid state, and I think it really shows how you can work with other heroes in your team and how important it is to pay attention to your team composition before taking the enemy team composition into your thoughts. That was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a nice evening. Stay safe and bye bye. Tune in.